We are live. What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. It's been a bit since we've done a professional, full stream, not on the phone. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Let's see. Hey, everybody. Hello, welcome. Let me share this on the Twitter. Where's my phone? It's over there. Of course it is. Of course there's a bug. Is it a big bug? Oh, okay. You're fine. You'll live. Yeah, there's a lot of things to discuss. Let's see if it'll load up my live stream. There it is. Share this thing out to Twitter. 1 second, guys. I'll start answering questions in 1 second. Let me tweet this out. All right. Okay. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. How's your day been so far? Day was okay. Hey, do you want Batman in the Crisis? Well, there's always a rumor about Tom Welling. I honestly don't know about that, but I mean, I don't expect Tom Welling to be in the crossover. I mean, I'm hearing he is. I don't believe it. Stargirl, Wally West. I didn't hear that. Eric Reloaded Tuesday stream. Why aren't you? Well, we haven't talked in a bit. I was thinking about meeting up with him at some point to live stream again, because we live streamed that one time on the channel and it was really fun. A lot of you guys seem to enjoy it. But we haven't talked in a bit. And I think that's just due to our different schedules, and I think he was taking a break at one point. So, but yeah. So I don't know what's going on. Why do you think it's called Mutants? Well, Kevin Feige, if you listen back to the Marvel H panel, the Hall H panel for Marvel, he said, I didn't even have time to talk about the Fantastic Four. I didn't even have time to talk about the mutants and how they get included into the MCU. Something along that lines. He didn't say the movie's called Mutants. He was talking about in general mutants and how they get included. How do they get introduced in the MCU? The theory going around now is the Eternals is going to be their way into the mutants. Because people are saying, well, what if they do the Inhumans route? Because they did Inhumans on S.H.I.E.L.D., and of course we had an Inhumans show with the core Inhumans, which bombed horribly. Inhumans are going to be dead. You'll never see Inhumans again. I think the Eternals is going to be the way in for mutants to be introduced. Worst? Dark Phoenix? I think Fantastic Four is worse than Dark Phoenix. Did you hear Titans being in crisis? I don't believe it, because if you ever read a article from Cosmic Movie News, it's more likely bullshit. So don't believe it. Big Bad, the blood work is going to be the big bad leading up to Crisis. After Crisis is over, it's going to be somebody else. So I'm fine with him being the first half. I don't think Barry will die. No, I don't think Barry or Kara are going to die. I think it's going to be replacements for both. Personally. That's just me. Are you sad that Arrow's ending? Oh, yes. Very much so. I mean, my reaction to the trailer from Comic-Con was like, oh, I don't want this thing to end. Who do you think the second half Flash villain is? I'm honestly, I think they said it's somebody we've never seen before. I think that's what the showrunner said during an interview, saying that the second half season villain after Crisis will be someone we've never seen. I'm thinking Cobalt Blue. I'm thinking we'll finally see him. I mean, it could be Red Death. I think Red Death would be better suited as a full season villain, not a back half season villain. Justice League? No. I mean, every single year the question always comes up about, is the Justice League going to be formed in the crossover? And it never happens. It just never happens. They never call themselves the Justice League. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I was talking about this at work today too, with some coworkers, about how it feels like they can't let Terminator go. It's like Genesis failed horribly. It just didn't do well. And that was planned as a trilogy. Like, that new set of films with this new timeline, with Genesis being the first film, was planned to be a trilogy, and that just fell through. Do you think the producer will bring back Nora? Do you want Nora to come back?
Yes and no.
Yeah, it's conflicting. I would say yes, but also parts of me say no, too. Since Red Death is likely a villain for the Flash, how are you going to bring in the negative multiverse since Red Death? Well, I mean, it's simple. They introduced the multiverse. You just got to reintroduce this idea of a different multiverse. Do you think we could get Thunderbolts in Phase 5? Well, I think Phase 5 could be a mixture of anything, really. I mean, Thunderbolts has always been rumored. Who do you think is going to be the villain for Doctor Strange? There's a rumor going around that it might be Scarlet Witch. I don't know about that. Oh, Paper Top, that's always being said about something. Do you think Earth 38 called themselves Super Friends is stupid? Nah, I'm fine with it. It's silly. I think the back half villain of the Flash will be Cobalt Blue or Red. I think Red Death should be better suited for a full season. Cobalt Blue, and it's Eddie Thawne from season 1. Perfect. You think Arnold couldn't save Genesis? No one could save that movie. That movie was failure. That movie was failed by the marketing with them revealing the big twist about John Connor. So, when is Cyborg going over to Titans? Well, the rumor for a while, Cyborg was going to pop up in Titans Season 2. Now we're hearing it's Season 3. I already answered that question on Dead Studios. The worst film out of those two is Fan 4 Stick. I'm not entirely right, but I think Wally West will come back. Are you talking about on Young Justice? I think he'll come back. They mentioned him again in this past episode. Are you excited that Kid Flash coming back? Oh, yes, I'm very excited for Kid Flash to return. I feel like... as they had mentioned last year, before Season 5 started, they were going to have Kid Flash for 3 episodes. Did Kid Flash pop up at the end of Season 5, or was he only in that first episode? Do you remember?
I think he was only in the first episode.
I don't
remember him.
I think he was only in the beginning with Nora when she first showed up.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever in the end. I don't remember seeing him.
Well, there you have it. I'm glad he's coming back.
Again, my memory's not good.
Yeah. What Phase 4 movie are you most excited for? I'm most excited for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That could set up so much potential things down the road. I cannot wait for that. Let's see. I heard Nightmare is the villain for Doctor Strange too. Possibly. If you're running CW, what heroes would you put in Crisis? All of them. Every single one. I thought we were getting a... Well, they did show a Titan Season 2 trailer, but they didn't release it online. Do you think there should have been a Terminator Salvation 2? No. Which is worse, Dark Phoenix or BVS Dawn of Justice? Dark Phoenix is way worse. Only the first episode. Hey, dude, what's up? Hey, Knoxblade, what's up, man? Only one beginning. Okay, he's only in the beginning. If you were to play an X-Men in the MCU, who would you play? I have no clue. I don't know who I could play in the X-Men. What is this push for Cyborg to be in the Justice League? Well, do you mean in the movies? Because he already was. What do you think is the future Deadpool? I think it's going to be released under the Fox brand under Disney, and he's not going to be in the MCU. That's my guess. Favorite MCU TV show, mine is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, that's the only MCU TV show, because every other TV show seems to be kind of wiped out of existence, besides Agent Carter. Did you hear that Tom Welling is Superman, Linda Carter's... That is not true. Superboy is going to be in the crossover as the son of... Tyler Hoechlin's Superman, but Tom Welling and Linda Carter, I want them both to be in it, but they're not confirmed. Do you think Titans... I haven't seen the look of Titan Deathstroke. I've avoided the pictures that leaked, apparently. Because there's apparently pictures, I haven't seen them. Well, that's your opinion, Billy. So there you go. Are you excited that a lot of the old Arrow cast is coming back for the final season? Well, we've heard some confirmation of a couple. I'm definitely excited for those that I've heard. There's plenty others. I haven't heard anything, but I'm trying to steer clear of as much spoilers as possible. The fact that I got spoiled about Godspeed was pretty shitty, but at the same time, it was fucking awesome. Is Eric Wallace, is he the new showrunner for Flash? If so, then I agree. Since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is ending in Season 7, are you continuing? I haven't even watched... After the first episode of Season 6, I've been busy. Susanna Thompson is coming back for Arrow Season 8. She is? I have no idea. You shouldn't spoil shit, Elizabeth. You're a bad person. Do you think in Doctor Strange 2, Scarlet Witch could yell, "No monuments"? Oh. Yeah, Runaways and Cloak and Dagger are in the MCU in TV form. Yeah, kind of, but not really, because they're not going to reference them ever in the MCU films. What Marvel Disney Plus TV show are you okay? The most excited Plus Disney Plus show I'm excited for the MCU is Falcon and Winter Soldier. No question. I can't wait for that. Apple and Universal would buy Sony. Okay. We'll see how that goes if that happens. I think Justice League is better than BVS. Well, there you go. When will Miles Morales be introduced in the MCU? Probably not for a while. Eric Wallace is the new showrunner. Yeah, I'm liking Eric Wallace. Like if you go and watch the panel for the Flash season 6 and listen to Eric Wallace, the new showrunner, he is a comic book geek, and he seems like he knows way more than the guy who was the showrunner for season 4 and 5, whoever his name was. Eric Wallace, the new guy, he knows what he's talking about. And if he delivers on what he's talking about and his passion for the comics for Flash, we're going to get a resurgence in the Flash. We're going to get a huge bump in comic book accuracy and just overall, I think, better storytelling. Just the way he's talking. I can't wait to see what he does. Do you think Alice of the Earth is more of a hero while Supergirl really isn't? No, I think they're both heroes. Do you think that Quicksilver could come back? No, not at this point. If he was going to come back, he would have already come back at this point. Yeah, thank you, Demolition. I'm having a great night. Thank you. Do you think we'll see Scarlet Witch helmet be the relic? Maybe. Tom might be on another Earth. Maybe Batman would be a wow factor. That'd be interesting. What do you think of a Bat Family cinematic universe? Are Runaways and Cloak and Dagger set in the Netflix MCU? I don't know what's going on with that. James Olsen leaving Supergirl? It's okay. Eric Wallace is the showrunner for The Flash, and I heard he's a huge fan of dark concepts, so The Flash might be dark again, like Season 3. I'm fine with that as long as it's better storytelling than Season 3 overall. Yeah, everyone was shitting on that first Titans trailer, and everyone's all hyped up. What's up, Fernando? What's up, man? You changed your picture, Fernando. I just now noticed that. I wish Eric Wallace was showrunner of the Iron Fist. Oh, yeah. I like the new Supergirl suit. The new Supergirl suit's amazing. Is it true that there's going to be a War Machine TV show? It's not confirmed. I'm beginning to aware that Batwoman will be heavily panned. Well, until we see the show, we won't know for sure. Do you think that Chris Evans could show up at the end of Black Widow to get Black Widow to go into hiding that leads to Infinity War? I would like that. That'd be nice, but I think Chris Evans is done. Billy Matt Iron Fist Season 2 is great. There was a rumors that Daredevil might be in Spider-Man 3. That if there is, it's probably not going to be Charlie Cox. Is Chris Hemsworth in Thor 4? Yes, he was on stage. He's going to be there. It's fine, Elizabeth. It's a boxing fan. Scott Buck ruined both Iron Fist and Inhumans. Yeah, well, Scott Buck is the reason why Inhumans... If Inhumans would have continued, man, that would have added so much depth into the MCU, but now that's dead. No, it's all good, Elizabeth. Kate Bishop, they openly announced Kate Bishop's going to be in Hawkeye. It's fine. As long as it's officially announced, it's not a spoiler in my personal opinion. Is Mon-El going to be in Crisis? I don't think so. I could be wrong because Wen's coming back. Me and girlfriend, we were sitting there waiting for Lion King to start, and then I saw the tweet that said Jeremy Jordan, a.k.a. Wen's coming back to Supergirl, and that's exciting. Is X-Men going to be teenagers or adults? Well, they're not in Phase 4. So, there you go. If you look closely at the anti-monitor photo, you can see a human next to him, and that's how big he is. Yes, he's gigantic. Charlie does have movie appearances in his contract. Well, that's a Netflix contract. He doesn't have a contract with Kevin Feige. Wasn't Hemsworth in Jay and Silent Bob reboot? Well, he was in the trailer. What is one thing the Arrowverse did wrong? For me, it's pretty much yeah. Well, that's because the DC forced him to get rid of it. Do you think Jessica Quick or Kid Flash will come back in? Well, Kid Flash is confirmed to come back. I'm really excited to see what Mahershala Ali does for Blade. What about a good Fantastic Four movie? It's coming. It's in development right now. It really is. What do you guys, in terms of Phase 4 of MCU, which movie or TV show are you most excited for? It could be either movie or TV show that's confirmed from Phase 4. Which one are you most excited for? For me, movie, I gotta go with Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, and then TV show, I gotta go Falcon and Winter Soldier. I mean, a close second for the TV show is probably the Hawkeye. I'm really excited to see Kate Bishop, but what do you guys think? Eternals, yeah, Eternals is gonna be exciting. We're probably gonna get a Superman death. I don't know if it's gonna be Kingdom Come, Brandon Routh, or if it's gonna be Tyler Hoechlin, but it's gonna be one of those, I think. Thor, Fantastic Four movie. Well, Fantastic Four is not we know it's coming. It's just not confirmed. I meant out of the Phase 4 slate, because the stuff that Kevin Feige referenced about Captain Marvel 2, Black Panther 2, Guardians 3, Fantastic Four, Mutants coming into the MCU, that's not Phase 4. Phase 4 is literally what we saw on the Hall H panel. Black Widow is definitely exciting. They've confirmed it's Taskmaster, which is awesome. Doctor Strange 2 TV show, Falcon Winter Soldier. Is Earth 90 Flash coming back? We don't know. What if Doctor Strange won a Falcon and Winter Soldier? Oh, what if? Movie Doctor Strange 2 show unpopular opinion WandaVision. I'm interested in WandaVision. Movie Black Widow or Thor 4 TV show Hawkeye. I'm so excited for Phase 4. I'm hyped for the Falcon Winter Soldier. What'd you think of Stranger Things? Stranger Things season 3 was great, wasn't it, honey? It was good. It was really good. Me and her binged it within 2 or 3 days. Yeah. The after credit scene really saved it for us because we're like, really? You had to do that to us? Really? Favorite Arrow season? I gotta go either season 1 or 2. What do you think of them saying Doctor Strange will be the first scary movie? I'm fine with it. Bring it on. Yeah. Anything that's not in the Phase 4 slate that's a dated for an actual release date or a season, like with like fall or spring or whatever, or summer. Anything that was not included, like even Blade that was announced from Mahershala Ali, that's not Phase 4. Kevin Feige said that everything that he announced on that stage that's in the 2-year time slot of the movies and TV shows are all Phase 4. Use main thing in Multiverse of Madness. Did you ship Nebula and Thanos? No. Did you hear that some DCU characters will show up in Crisis? That's not confirmed. Here's the thing. If you read anything that's from Cosmic Movie News, because Cosmic Movie News ran that Linda Carter, Tom Welling are appearing in Crisis. They also ran a report that WB is trying to figure out a way to include the DCEU characters in the mix, whether it's footage from other movies or to include them in cameos. It's all bullshit until The Hollywood Reporter or Variety, Deadline, if one of those reputable sources actually releases info. Because think about it. When they announced that Tyler Hoechlin's coming back as Superman, they didn't announce that via Cosmic Movie News. They announced it, I think, either Variety or Deadline. One of the two. I think it was Deadline. That's a reputable source. When they announced that Brandon Routh is returning as Superman for the crossover, it wasn't ran as Cosmic Movie News or comic book news. It was Deadline or Variety. It's one of those. Look at the source. Cosmic Movie News are not legit. Yeah, don't listen to them. I heard Dwayne The Rock Johnson is going to shoot Black Adam. Yeah, well, I mean, he might be shooting it soon. What is the Phase 4 TV show you're looking forward to the most? Well, Falcon and Winter Soldier. No question. Oh, I love the Orville. It's interesting how it's going. It's going to Hulu now, exclusively. Interesting. Let's listen to Epic Comics News. Yeah, Epic. Anything with a Z at the end, that's something up with that. Do you think Rogue and Gambit could be a couple again? Maybe. Is it confirmed when Black Widow takes place? Yes, it takes place after Civil War. So, if you remember in Civil War when she exits the Avengers base, when she's talking to Tony at whatever point in the movie, and when she exits that movie, when she says something, you better watch your back, or there's a target on my back because of you. Whatever the line is, and she exits the film and you never see her again. The movie starts after that point, from what we're understanding. New Mutants are still coming, I guess. Batman Returns is better than Superman 3 and 4? I don't know. If Batman's in Crisis, I'll die. You know that Seth MacFarlane is involved with the Orville? Of course I do. He's the face of the Orville. What the fuck are you talking about? Is this the first time that a movie character shows up in a TV show referring to Brandon Superman? Well, he's not playing this. He's not playing the movie version he played. He's playing Kingdom Come Superman. He's not playing the same one. Is Falcon Captain Falcon or just second Captain America? I guess he's Captain Falcon. Just recently watched Game of Thrones for the first time. What's your favorite season? -3 and 2. What would you say your favorite season is out of Game of Thrones? You're almost done with it, but what was your favorite season, do you think? You got nothing. She.
Because I don't remember. Because I feel like I've watched it so fast. I don't remember what was in each season.
You don't know when the season ends and when the season begins. You're just watching.
I mean, I really loved when Joffrey died. That was probably the best moment of the whole show.
Season 4.
I love how he suffered. He's too shit.
Well, I'm glad the Royal Mandarin's coming.
This is junk, right?
I mean, yeah, I really wish that was real. Have you ever watched iZombie? No. The marketing for that show is terrible. I'm glad the show's getting off the air. Which big screen superhero has the most comic accurate suit? For me, it's Aquaman. Yeah, Aquaman's pretty close. Batman has always been kind of accurate. Superman, Wonder Woman's been pretty good too. I've personally liked Family Guy more than South Park. I don't know why. I gotta get going. Chain Man, hugs not drugs. Thank you, Fernando. Saw a theory that Adrian. Well, I'm hearing that Tommy is playing. It's either Tommy is playing Malcolm Merlin on an Earth, like he's playing his father, basically. But I've heard that Adrian Chase on another Earth is playing Green Arrow. What are your thoughts on Natalie Portman becoming the next Thor? I'm okay with it. 11 versus Thanos. Have you seen Spider-Man Far From Home? I haven't seen it yet. Yep, Richard Madden, who played, what's his name? Oh, God, Rob. He's playing Icarus. Remember when Barry and Oliver said that Bruce Wayne disappeared? What if that Bruce Wayne becomes Red Death? Oh, I would like that'd be interesting. Favorite X-Men movie is Days of Future Past. That X-Men 2 is good too. She's seen a couple episodes. If Tom Welling is playing Batman after Stephen Amell's Green Arrow, he will be the new lead of the Arrowverse. I don't think he'll play Batman. I want to see what if Spider-Man is a villain and Thanos is a hero. Interesting. Do you know Supernatural is DC? I had no clue. What's up, Daniel Travis, man? What's up? Beta Ray Bill. I mean, people thought Beta Ray Bill was going to show up in Thor Ragnarok. Why didn't he? It's kind of stupid, in my personal opinion. I want Richard Madden as the next James Bond. That'd be interesting. Maybe. But look, I think the Eternals is going to be a big hit for the MCU, so you're probably going to see him continue in the MCU. I'd rather have Slade come back. I'm probably not going to stream too long. I'm just going to be here a little bit longer just talking shit and whatever. I think the last X-Men film, XCU film is Deadpool 3. Well, the X-Men, technically, if you want to get technical, the Fox X-Men franchise is dead. Best villains for Arrow is Adrian and Slade Wilson. I agree to an extent. Any cities you haven't been to, you would love to travel to? Nothing on top of my head. I mean, I like staying home. Have you watched Bodyguard on Netflix? No. Do you think it's a great idea that Jane Foster's new Thor? I think it's fine. I've never heard of Saint Seiya. Slade Wilson or Reverse Flash? You gotta go Reverse Flash. That's too iconic. If Slade can come back, I think he will die, in my opinion. Well, I would hope not, but at the same time, it probably would happen. Well, yeah, I mean, there was a Beta Ray Bill head statue, but it's not the same as seeing Beta Ray Bill in action. This is not Arizona tea. This is Mike's Hard Lemonade. Mike's Harder Strawberry Lemonade. I haven't seen Batman Hush. What Marvel character would you like to see in the MCU? Oh, CM, you're talking my language, man. Moon Knight. Yes, sir. Moon Knight, please. What's a Moon Knight? True, Batman was literally in the Titans episode. Who do you think will be the next villain in the MCU? I don't know. Yes, it is how I call it. Did they refer to the X-Men as mutants in the Phase 4? They referred to the mutants as a whole. That we haven't even talked about the mutants who are going to be introduced, how they're going to be introduced in the MCU. Out of all the Arrowverse big bads, who do you hate the most? Like in terms of how bad of a villain they are, Damien Dark is terrible. Do you think Crisis will end like Avengers Endgame? Kinda, I'm guessing. Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider could be perfect. That'd be good. Sarah from Legends is getting powers. I think it's okay. There are rumors that Moon Knight could be a TV show in Phase 5. That'd be cool. I'm down. Fox made the New Mutants movie, but it just keeps getting pushed back. Yeah, it's Laurel and Oliver and Felicity. Well, Gabriel Luna is Robbie Reyes. He's not Johnny Blaze. Are you drunk? No. Will Red Hood return on Young Justice Season 3? I would hope so. Well, apparently the first 3 episodes of Crisis is going to air in December, and the last 2 to kind of wrap it up airs in January. Is Batman played by an actor in Titans? What? Cicada was pretty bad. Yeah, he's not great. How come DC can make Marvel references but Marvel can't make... Well, I mean, they could, but they choose not to. Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. Oh God. Do you think Crisis will have references to DC like them having cameo in Crisis? Maybe. 2099 for New Mutants. Is Oliver gonna die? Possibly. What if Barry dies in Crisis? I don't think he will. Have you seen the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movies? Yes, I've seen them. They're not good. What do you think the next Avengers movie is gonna be called? I don't know. Probably the New Avengers, maybe. Do you think the scheduling of Crisis on Universe having episodes between Winter breaks? I think of that, but also I think there's gonna be a cliffhanger at the end of the third episode to hold us over till episode 4 and 5. That's my guess. I'm very excited for Phase 4. I'm really excited. I like the fact that we're getting 10 projects in 2 years. It's exciting. Imagine Moon Knight and Blade crossover. Ooh. Think Oliver will die saving Barry in Crisis? Yeah, probably. Secret Invasion? There's a rumor that Captain Marvel 2 is going to be Secret Invasion. You want to see Moon Knight? I'd like to see Spider-Man 2099. Ooh, I would. I wish DC movies was on the same level as Marvel. Yeah. Avengers Road Trip. Road Trip. Avengers heads to Taco Bell. Rated PG-13. Do you think that Phase 4 will include lesser known and forgotten mutant characters like Alpha? Well, the Phase 4 has been announced. Unless they're going to introduce mutants within the Phase 4 slate they've already announced. What you saw at the Hall H panel, but not including Blade and not including whatever Kevin Feige was discussing, what was shown on that slate of images, not including Blade, to announce Mahershala Ali, everything up there, starting from Black Widow starting next year to the end of it, which I think the ending of the phase is, oh God, what is the ending of the phase? I can't remember. But everything all the logos and all the announcements of Phase 4, not including Blade, is Phase 4. And that's it. Phase 5 is the next thing. I saw Lion King, yes. 9, I think my beard's better than Eric's, but Eric's has got a good beard. Apparently the main villain of Season 6 of The Flash is going to be a personal theme. Yep. What if Brie Larson is not Captain Marvel? She is Captain Marvel. Spider-Man homeless for the next one. Do you like Bloodwork coming into The Flash? It's okay. Thor is the last Phase 4 movie. Oh, Thor. Okay, Thor Love and Thunder. Yeah. So starting with Black Widow and ending with Thor Love and Thunder, that's Phase 4. Kevin Feige said that is Phase 4. It's the complete Phase 4. It's not like he announced the first half of Phase 4 at Hall H and he's going to announce the second half at D23 next month. The rumor is he'll announce Phase 5 at D23. And my guess is if they do announce Phase 5 at D23 next month, then that tells me that all the titles they're about to announce at a potential Phase 5 at D23 has no connections to anything that's really happening within Phase 4 in terms of characters. Because let's say they announce that they're doing a Vision movie, and they announce a Vision film in Phase 5, hypothetically, then it would say, okay, well, Vision's back some sort of way. Like, you just don't want to have those things out there. So, do you think Lion King was better than Aladdin?
Yes.
There you go. She said yes. What if Wanda says no more mutants instead of no more mutants? No, more mutants. I mean, that, you know. Do you think Legends will get a Season 6? Probably not. If Cap can come back to the MCU, how would they use him? They won't bring him back. He's done. Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy? Mary Jane. Galactus, Dr. Doom, or Norman Osborn is the next. I think Galactus has to come. Come on. When do you think Spider-Man 3 will come out? Probably 2021 or 22. So, Legends should get a Season 6? No. Chapter 2, yes. YouTube is not my full-time job. I would hate that, personally. Just call me crazy. I don't know how some people can keep up with the schedules. I don't understand. If Oliver lives in Crisis, how would he live? Oh, how would he leave? I don't know. Just wave deuces. Deuces out, you know? No, I'm hearing WandaVision is not a prequel because the things that happen in WandaVision tie into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, I don't think it's a prequel. Have you ever done a mukbang? I don't know what that is. Okay. Drink's hitting me hard. Do you think that there might have an A-Force film in Phase 4? Nope, not Phase 4. Phase 4 has already been announced. If we're gonna get an A-Force, it'll be after Phase 4. I won't be surprised if A-Force comes out. Scooby-Doo? Yeah. No, I'm not drunk, just that drink's hitting me. I don't know how much. There's not much alcohol by volume, but I don't drink a lot, so. What if Thanos got his own movie or TV show? Wow, that wouldn't happen. He's dead. Spider-Man Home Game. Spider-Man Infinity Home. Do you think the MCU will do Spider-Verse? Well, I would say possibly, but since they already did an animated version of Into the Spider-Verse, I feel like the MCU won't touch it. WandaVision will be a hallucination of Wanda setting her up as the Madness in Doctor Strange. Yeah, that's the rumor I've been hearing too. Laurel's new suit is amazing. Love it. Love it. What Hercules joining the MCU, that would be Thor versus Hercules. I mean, Hercules is a part of the Eternals in some sort of way, so who knows. The Arrow panel when Brandon Routh unbuttoned his shirt to reveal Kingdom Come Superman. Yeah, I wish... here's the problem, Trevin, that I noticed with that. It's not about him revealing that he's Kingdom Come Superman. My problem, if you watch the panel or watch any reaction from the audience at the panel, and he opens up his shirt and you see the Kingdom Come logo for Superman... It's awesome. There wasn't the oh and the applause and screaming was decent, but the problem is there is a number of people in that room who had no clue what they knew it was a Superman logo, but they didn't understand the context. And that really bothered me on a certain level because I'm like, it's fucking Kingdom Come. It's such an iconic storyline. People recognize that Superman. People know that Superman. And the fact that literally a portion of that audience had no clue made me kind of go, ugh. There's a difference between, if you're watching the show and you're not a comic book fan, that's fine. But I feel like this is something that's really that's a lot of people who are not really into comics kind of know what Kingdom Come is. If you're somewhat of a DC fan of the TV shows, you kind of know some of the more popular DC storylines, and Kingdom Come is one of them. And it irked me that you could tell not the whole audience was understanding the reference. It was annoying me. So, I don't know why it was blocked, because it was the Arrow reaction to the season finale of season 7 reaction was claimed and had ads on it for WB to earn the money. I don't give a shit. But then it got blocked. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, Star Trek Picard would look great. I like the trailer. I think that Hostel, I think the second half of the season villain for Flash is going to be the Cobalt Blue or Red Death. Happy to see your might have a live stream this weekend, maybe. Sorry for advertising. Well, don't advertise, boy. Batman Hush is not comic book accurate. Well, that's whatever. I'm fine with changes. Pretty sure it's Ray Palmer Superman. No, I don't know if it's Ray Palmer for Superman. I think it's just another Earth, and he looks like Ray Palmer, but it's Clark Kent. Because they said it's gonna be. They said Brandon Routh is gonna play Clark Kent, aka Superman. Do you think Soap is in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019? Maybe. Favorite comic book movie of all time, or favorite comic book? Oh, favorite comic book of all time. Ooh, that is a good question. You know, I think that it's got to be. I can't really pick a title. I think my favorite storyline out of everything I've read, everything I've had over the years, I think my favorite personal storyline of comics is Maximum Carnage, Spider-Man run. I think it's back in the mid '90s, and I recently got the full, complete paperback of it. It's such a good storyline. Now, obviously, I don't think it's the best storyline ever written. It's just my personal favorite that I've really enjoyed. It's just so cool. Now, for DC, it's kind of harder to pick because I feel like the storyline with Flashpoint is always an interesting read just to see how things fundamentally change and how cool it would be if they actually pulled it off right in the movies. or even in the TV show, and not call it Flashpoint for one episode and not do anything remotely close to Flashpoint. You gotta give credit to Killing Joke. You got to. Yeah, I mean, I also recommend the Elseworld Tales for Batman. Like, they have paperbacks of Elseworld Tales of Batman. That's some good shit. Kingdom Come Superman will die in Crisis? Probably. I love DC Bombshell. Still mad I got canceled. I don't read comics, but I follow you and watch people who know the comics well, so I have a better understanding. Yeah, well, I mean, that's still good, too. I recommend looking into some comics if you have, like, a bookstore. Yeah, that's fine. Burt Ward is going to be... it's not confirmed Burt Ward is playing Robin. Who do you prefer, Scarlet Witch or Captain Marvel? Scarlet Witch, I've seen more of her. Let's see. My personal favorite comic is Batman the Long Halloween. That's a good one, too, man. If there's a movie about Nova, which Nova do you think should be in the movie about Sam Alexander or Richard Rider? Well, I've heard Richard Rider is going to be the one they're going to use in the movies, but who knows? Batman War of Jokes and Riddles. Also, the Battle for the Cowl storyline. That's a pretty good one, too. I already answered that question, Glamour. But I prefer Scarlet Witch because I've seen more of her. But I do like Captain Marvel. And I came across a compilation audience reactions of Captain Marvel arriving in the Endgame film, like arriving back, and the ship starts firing into the sky. What's going on? Like, what is this now? And then Tony's like, Friday, what are they firing at? Something just entered the upper atmosphere. And all of a sudden she comes flying and destroys the ship like nothing. Monica Rambeau in WandaVision. Yeah. Is that everybody has her name? I'm glad they're splitting Flash into two storylines. I'm happy too. Who do you think is the best actor in the Arrowverse? I think it's Tom. Tom Cavanaugh? I think Tom Cavanaugh's great. Which Phase 4 title are you most excited about? I've already answered this, but I'll answer again, Hostile, because I'm nice and I like you, Hostile. Movie-wise, I'm most excited for is... What was I going to say? I blanked. I'm blanking. Favorite movie. Which one is it? I can't fucking remember. What was my favorite movie? Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That's the one. I kept thinking, wait, did I say Eternals? No, it wasn't Eternals. Is it Thor, Love and Thunder? No, not that one. The TV show is going to be Falcon and Winter Soldier. Everything with mostly Thor and Love and Thunder. Batman Under the Red Hood. Oh, Batman Under the Red Hood is great. I forgot to mention that one too. Do you think there should be a movie about Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman? Now, Spider-Woman was rumored to appear in Spider-Man Far From Home. There's another rumor that she was going to appear in Phase 4 in a Spider-Man 3, but then that wasn't announced. So now we don't know what's going on. Is the Skrulls going to betray Captain Marvel and Nick Fury? I think a certain subset of Skrulls, or ones we've never been introduced to, will be bad. Tom Cavanaugh will portray the role of Harbinger. You mean Pariah? Is it Pariah or God? What's the name? It's the guy who basically brings forth the Anti-Monitor. We know he's playing that character in the fucking Crisis. Death of Superman was my favorite. Death of Superman is pretty emotional. What is the storyline where Wonder Woman and Superman fight to the death? What is that? What is that storyline? Do you guys remember that? It's a famous image of Wonder Woman holding Superman in her arms because they had to fight each other. Or maybe it was Cyborg Superman she fought. I forget, but man, she fought Superman and it was fucking brutal. Spider-Woman can be used in the MCU, but they can't call her Spider-Woman or use her powers. Well, that's fucking stupid. What if CW made a Young Justice TV show? How would you think they wouldn't be able to handle it? It's too much. The Spider-Man movie is Sony's announced. Well, that's why, Speed Demon. That's why they couldn't announce it. They should have done it. No, it wasn't Injustice. It was like, I think it was in the 90s or 80s. Wonder Woman and Superman fought each other. What was that fucking title? Yeah, Wonder Woman fought Aquaman, I know, but this was further back. This was like in the 90s. I think it was 90s artwork. God, I gotta find that. Yeah, yeah. We need to see Matt Letcher back for Thawne. Yes, we do. I think he's coming back as Reverse Flash. Diggle get in the ring? Maybe. I love when Scarlet Witch was about to destroy Thanos. Yeah, Thanos was like, I don't even know who you are. She's like, you're about to find out. Peace out, Elizabeth. Best DCU film? Personally for me, it's Either Wonder Woman or BVS. Do you think Lex will come back on Supergirl? They've already confirmed he will. You disappointed that the Flashpoint movie idea has sailed? It's fine. Because think about it, dude. Think about this. Think about it. If Flashpoint, when it came out, it would have really messed people up because you've only had one solo film with Wonder Woman at this point. You've only had one Aquaman solo film at this point. And the first Flash solo film you do with Ezra Miller after the Justice League bomb is Flashpoint? No. That is not a good idea. So many people are getting new suits this year. Yeah, exactly, because they're getting, I guess they're getting more money. Superman Beyond in the DCU. Do you think Iris will get pregnant this season? Yes. Card becoming a Red Lantern? I think it's too much. How was you Darzan sequel film? Oh, yes. We have now officially wrapped the sequel to Darzan, Master Kythe. We finished wrapping. We're going to start working on post-production. I think the director, Carson, who directed Darzan, he edited all of Darzan by himself. He's going to be doing editing work and everything in post-production for Master Kythe. I'm going to help him with some bits and help him out as much as I can so that it's not on his shoulders, because there is so much more CG and so much more like story that is in this film compared to Darzan. I think you guys are going to be really surprised with how much more story and how much more complex stuff is in this film compared to Darzan, and how much more technical and how much more we push ourselves to make this film better than Darzan. So it's going to take a bit of work. But yeah, Carson, who directed it, is going to be going into editing pretty soon, like starting this week, I think. Shazam Honest trailer? Nope, I'm not touching any Screen Junkie stuff. Not anymore. Flashpoint could have helped with the recasting other than... Yeah, it could have helped, but it's too late now. Barry will not vanish after Crisis. Do you think Catherine McNamara as Mia... Do I like her as Mia? She's okay. Happy that... Oh, I mean, I tried to watch her show. What was it called? Shadowhunters or whatever? I think I watched like the first 2 episodes or the... Yeah, I think I watched more than one. I didn't care. Do you think that Crisis on Infinite Earths will be the DC version of Infinity War? I guess. Were you surprised by any announcements about Phase 4 other than Blade? Well, Thor and Love and Thunder was kind of a given because Thor 4 was announced days before. Everything else we had kind of heard about, really. I mean, Hawkeye was rumored, but that was the only thing we didn't know for sure was happening. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. I really don't have a favorite YouTuber. I thought Natalie Portman was never... Well, the thing is, Natalie Portman sat down with Taika Waititi for one meeting about Thor: Love and Thunder, and she signed on. That's how great Taika Waititi is in terms of negotiation. He had one meeting with Natalie Portman, and Taika sat down and explained the story and kind of showed her what he wanted Jane to become. She signed on instantly. She signed on after the first meeting. Usually when actors sit down with a studio or with directors or whatever, or producers about a project, there are several meetings before any contract negotiations are discussed. The fact that Natalie Portman sat down for one meeting with Taika Waititi, the director of Thor Ragnarok, now Thor Love and Thunder, and he pitched his idea to her and she signed the first meeting, that's pretty intense shit. That should not be overlooked. That's pretty crazy. They could bring back Quicksilver because Disney owns... Disney owned him back in the day when he was introduced in Age of Ultron. He's gone. He's never coming back. My job is to beat up my girlfriend whenever I can. That's my job. Right, honey? Right? They asked what my job was. I said... They asked me what my job was. I just told them what my job was. Favorite main Flash villain? Reverse Flash. Zoom is a close second. Me having our own show would be awesome. Young Justice and Doom Patrol got renewed. Yep. I know that a lot of people didn't like... Well, they didn't like Jane Foster because of how they wrote her character in the first 2 Thor films. They were not good. Having a Beyond type show with Oliver, Mia, or Connor. Interesting. Any thoughts on Marvel figure reveals at SDC? No. I have no idea. So, which is the first movie to have a post-credit scene? Which movie is going to have a post-credit Galactus? It's either going to be Fantastic Four or it's going to be... I don't think Eternals will do it. Maybe Thor: Love and Thunder. I would think personally, if they're going to announce Galactus officially, I think it's going to be either Fantastic Four or something later after Phase 4. That's what I would think. I want to see Bruce Wayne as Red Death. That'd be cool. I always wonder what the black circle on your wall next to the bookshelf. Oh, this thing? Oh, that thing is for was for heating. I'm not exactly sure. It was for like basically sending out smoke out of the house. Yeah. How would you introduce Red Death in the Arrowverse? Well, he'd be a full season villain. He wouldn't be a half a season villain. What's your least favorite Flash character? Any of the Villain of the Week villains that were really pointless. Doom Patrol's going to HBO Max. Yep. Do you like Ben Affleck or Christian Bale's Batman? I personally like Ben Affleck's Batman more because it's more comic book accurate than Christian Bale's, but Christian Bale did a good job too, so no hate here. So we're no longer getting Joe as Deathstroke in that movie? Nope. That ship has sailed, sir. I was kind of hoping, fingers crossed, that he was going to be in Suicide Squad 2. Not happening, it doesn't seem. DC or MCU? MCU, no question. MCU is crushing it. And that's not because I like MCU more than DC. I love both equally. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to log off in a few more minutes. So ask your questions now because I'm about to get off this sucker. That Namor will be introduced in Black Panther 2 or in I think he's going to be introduced in another movie before he has his own solo. Yeah, apparently Jay Garrick is coming in Crisis, we think. Do you think Brandon Routh, Superman, will replace Tyler Hoechlin of Crisis? I don't think so. Do you see the new Watchmen trailer? No, I have not seen it. What are your thoughts about Robert Pattinson Superman? I think Robert Pattinson's going to do pretty solid, hopefully. He's a good actor outside of those fucking Twilight. Deathstroke is going to be in Titans. Yeah, he's going to be in Titans. Worst main villain across the Arrowverse? Damien Dark. The Bloodwork won't become a speedster. What was the worst Marvel movie you ever saw? Elektra? John Wesley's ship coming back as Earth 90 Flash. We've heard. I don't know. I've heard either he's going to be Jay Garrick or he's going to be Earth 90 Flash. One of the two. When do you think Adam Warlock will actually appear in Guardians 3? I thought Bucky will be in Black Panther 2 because he was called the White Wolf. Nah, I don't think he's going to appear again. I think he's done with that. He's going to stick with his own stuff. I think he's only called the White Wolf because he was in Wakanda. Peace out, Gaming Q. Yeah, and I think this drink really put me in a different place. Just saying. Who do you think should play Wolverine in the MCU? Oh, good question. Tony Stark. I'm Iron Man. Are you excited for a Batman movie in 2021? Yeah. Did you hear me, honey? This drink really messed me up a little bit. I feel it in my head, dog. I feel it.
You don't get the harder.
I know. What's the ghost girl? You're called the ghost girlfriend. What's your thoughts on Robert Pattinson? I've already answered this question, but I think he'll do a good job. It's like, are you drunk now? I'm not drunk. I know what I'm saying. I just feel weird. A lot of characters will appear in Crisis. Yep.
Well, you can't drink a lot of alcohol.
Huh?
You can't drink much alcohol.
Why?
Because it always goes to your head, you say.
I don't go to my head. I just need to drink water. Can you give me a water, please?
In a moment.
Please.
In a moment.
Please.
Jordan.
I said please.
I said in a moment.
Okay. Which one do you think? The stats, Wolverine or Iron Man's? Man. Iron Man saved the goddamn universe. That's a difference. Star Wars over Star Trek, no question. Are you excited for Star Wars? Yes.
Who is?
Well, he asked if I'm... Is your girlfriend calling you a lightweight? I just don't drink a lot.
He doesn't drink enough water to drink enough.
Will this be the last big crossover in the CW? I think this will be the biggest thing they've ever done. I don't think they'll ever top this. They can't. Okay, so I've been asked this quite a bit. I'll answer it now. We no longer have Annie. I took her back today. Just wasn't a good fit for us. We had a long discussion. We actually fought on Monday for about 2 hours about it. Then yesterday we had an actual discussion, And essentially, I couldn't make a decision on what to do, so she made a decision. And Annie is back at the shelter where she'll be adopted to a better home. A lot of things were discussed about that. So we're just trying to work through it. So I even was sad. I'm not a dog person, and I was even sad driving her. So once we get a bigger place, and I know what to expect now. I know that we'll get a dog at some point, but it'll be after we get a bigger place and we're ready for that commitment. I know she's ready for it. I know what to expect now. So, but I know Annie will get adopted pretty soon. She was being looked at by a lot of people. So, it's okay. It's okay. She was adorable. But we'll get a dog. And we'll have children so you guys can see them. Little shits. No? You're saying the kids can't become Chainsaw Juniors? Chainsaw Reacts Juniors? No?
They'll never see them. They'll be ghosts.
They'll be ghosts too? Just like you? Even though you were all over the stream?
I'm cleaning.
But they'll see you. I'm just saying, like, you're not hiding really well. You're not It'd be funny if you were walking around with a sheet over you. That'd be fucking hilarious.
It's too hot to do that shit.
I'm just saying it'd be fucking funny. Just talking and just a sheet is just walking around doing stuff. 2 eye holes. But and I'm not responding to it. But I promise we'll get a doggy when we're got a bigger place. Okay. Promise. And we won't have that discussion again. Yeah, my word. Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Break it off.
Don't. Love me.
I do love you.
I feel bad. I'm not a dog person. I tried my hardest. I really did. And you will testify. I did try my hardest with that dog.
He tried.
And then on Monday, what caused the argument, she was at work until 7:30. The first night that she had to stay late for work because she has their schedule. And the dog ate her food way too fast and vomited on the couch, and I was done.
Yeah, I come home after working 10, pretty much 11 hours to him just being frustrated and not wanting to talk to me.
The only time we talked is when we were arguing over Annie. If you had kids, what would you name them? Little shit 1, little shit 2. Is that good?
Yeah, that'll be on their birth certificate.
Yeah. I remember that I was on the live stream. Oh yeah, I did a live stream before you got home that night.
Of course you did.
Yeah. I deleted it though, but still. Maybe settle for a puppy. Well, she was a puppy.
She was 9 months old. She turned 9 months old when we had her.
Yeah.
And she was adorable. She was probably the calmest dog I've ever had. But I don't think Jordan was ready to have a dog.
And I feel bad. I feel bad that I'm not a dog person.
I made him take her back because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't even barely put her stuff together last night.
So that's what I did today when I got home, is take her outside, walked around for a bit, realizing this is the last time she's going to be out here. And then took her. And they accepted her. And they accepted all the donations of everything. You're getting laid tonight. What? I'm getting laid tonight?
No, it's not.
What?
I'm too tired. It's almost midnight.
Jesus. No, I'm not getting laid. Why did you leave? I always delete live streams, mostly. Someone said the amount of yelling they do at their kids, they should have called them hey and oh. Did you like my burgers?
I didn't eat any
She didn't
burgers
eat because we were arguing.
I was arguing
Yeah.
with him.
So I took the burger the next day and it was shit for lunch. It was terrible.
But did you season the burger?
I did!
See,
Both sides!
Him making burgers is like a 50-50 chance. Like, last time... Okay, I seasoned both sides of my burger and put 2 slices of cheese on them. The last time he made burgers, he did not season the burger, and he only put 1 slice of cheese on it. This time, he did season both sides and put 2 slices of cheese on them, but we were arguing, so I did not eat dinner then.
It wasn't pretty, folks. That's the new Supergirl, new Green Arrow suit, the new Supergirl pants. Awesome.
I like the new suit.
The new Green Arrow suit reminds me of season 1. I love it. Barry has a new suit too. Yeah, it's not really different. Oh, exposed? Yeah, we're both exposed, honey.
I'm in season 8 of Game of Thrones.
She's almost done. I think she's gonna hate the ending.
I think I'm like halfway through episode 3, but I'm a person who can't like, I can't just watch a TV show. I have to watch and do something else. So normally I'm watching a show and playing on my phone or doing a word puzzle.
And I have to like hey, watch this. You're gonna want to pay attention. She goes, oh, okay.
And I like got halfway through episode 3 and I was like, yeah, too much stuff's happening, so I just got to stop it and just continue what I was doing besides watching the show.
You can watch the rest of it tomorrow when you get home. We'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow.
Well, I mean, I got 4 days off after today, so I will definitely finish it this weekend. And start. I'll probably binge watch through the whole season of Orange is the New Black because that comes out tomorrow.
Oh, okay, there you go. If you could be any of the Arrowverse heroes, who would you be? Green Arrow. Come on.
Is that even a question for you?
I mean, look, I pitched a fan film to Carson, the director of Green Arrow and Black Canary. There, I'll say it. I did. I pitched a fan film, a short fan film of Green Arrow and Black Canary. And who's gonna play Green Arrow?
Me, the ghost.
The ghost. No, me. We don't talk about Game of Thrones ending. Yeah, we don't talk about that here. White Canary. White Canary is my Arrowverse crush. Well, I mean, we're not working on it, Gotham. The script, I was writing the script. I haven't wrote on it in quite a bit. But once the script is done, it's just a matter of time before we hopefully get to it at some point so we can actually do it. The ghost should play... You should play Black Canary. She's really good at yelling, so that would work out for her, too.
I am good at yelling at you. Although I don't like being on camera. So.
You're adorable. Well, you did like it better when you were actually in front of the camera in Master Kythe. That is a little hint. Yeah. She is in Master Kythe. But behind the scenes, not so much.
I'm amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I'm the star of the whole show.
She's actually the star. I don't know why I called it Master Kythe. She was called The Ghost, a Star Wars fan film. You know, Flash, Supergirl. I like the Flash more than Supergirl.
Me too.
Call me crazy. Not true, Bart. Don't believe it. You have failed. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure I have you failed this city in the fan film. Oh yeah, you have failed this city. There'll probably be a voice modulating like Oliver does. The ghost is perfect in front of the camera. Ooh,
I'm barely ever in front of the camera.
You're getting hit on by Knoxwave. He's been a fan for a while, so I think he's trying to take you from me. That's why he's been watching me all this time, to get to you.
Do you do chores around the house? Because just kidding. He helps me around the house sometimes.
Yes, it was very sad. It's Arrow's final Comic-Con. Least favorite Flash villain? Oh God, the Thinker was terrible. Cicada's bad too, but Thinker's terrible. Titans in Crisis? Don't believe it. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to sign off now. It's almost been an hour. Thank you guys for stopping by. It's been great chatting with you guys, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow with a video. But yeah, I think we're going to go relax and get to bed, sleep, and start a whole new, brand new day. So, talk to you guys